you guys? Welcome to this episode of Outspoken. So today we had some interesting developments with the Trump administration pertaining to freedom of speech. This morning they held a press conference that was not televised. A lot of news outlets such as New York Times, the LA Times, CNN were all denied access.
Let me get this straight. The President of the United States and his administration have successfully basically put almost like a partial media blackout to certain news outlets.
Just the ones that they deem...
Because they don't like what they deem as fake news. I just think they don't like what...
The truth.
That they're reporting the truth. But isn't that like...
Illegal?
Illegal?
Well, yeah, it's directly against the
First Amendment.
Yeah. Freedom of the press.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Freedom of the press to report on the administration and keep it in check.
And I'm sorry, silencing the press, isn't that what you would do if, I don't know, maybe if you were running a dictatorship?
This is not the America that our founding fathers thought about. You know, when they were sitting there with their powdered wigs and stuff, they were not talking about, going ahead and just leaving the press out of stuff. The BBC can't report.
But that's because it all goes back. It was put in our Constitution for a reason.
Yeah.
We talked about this briefly last week or a couple weeks ago when they started banning just, tweets here and there. Well, now is the next step. Now news organizations are being banned from reporting on things.
Pretty soon he's going to stop outlets like Outspoken.
I know. How long until...
He's going to say, just...
The thing that's blowing my mind though is how is this not already on grounds of him being impeached?
Well,
this is what's crazy. Like
it's not that easy to just
impeach. Bill Clinton got ahead in the goddamn Oval Office
and was impeached for lying about one little thing.
And it wasn't even something
pertaining to
his his ability as being a president and doing his job.
Right.
It had to do with his personal life. People didn't like that.
Yes.
Donald Trump has done so many damn things already that it's like, how is this not, how is action not being taken?
I don't agree with everything the Republican Party does, but I will say one thing: they're tough dogs. Like, they protect their own, they don't take any shit, and the Democrats are kind of weak. They're weak people. They don't know how to stand up for themselves, and this is the time they have to stand up for themselves and actually be a little tough.
You're right. Yeah.
So
people that are more liberal leaning and more democratic usually, they do tend to be more peaceful in ways. They do tend to be the people that are against war and let's get along and that's great in theory, when we should, that's what we all should strive for. But when the times get hard and the going gets rough,
there comes a time when you need
gotta
to
fight.
No longer channel your Martin Luther King, you gotta channel your Malcolm X.
Take out those earrings.
Yeah.
That's the sad part about it. That's why a lot of people can't really identify with a lot of Democrats, because they don't know how to stick up for themselves.
It's very true. It is true. Yeah.
And it's kind of like you want to combine the two, but sometimes if you combine the two, you
become hypocritical in some ways.
Or you become like Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh,
what's his name?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
To be quite honest, I never really heard of her until this whole thing.
Oh, she's been around for a minute. I've heard about the last year really. She's been making it known for herself.
Well, he started out as a really good journalist. I read a couple of his pieces. Then he wasn't really getting that much praise for that, so he started to become a self-entitled troll.
Yes.
And he kind of owns
political
that.
troll. Yeah, he's proud of being a political troll.
But do you ever feel like he's just some of the things that he's saying, it's not even... Do you think he really feels that way, or is he just saying it for shock value?
He's a little bit of A, a little bit of B, I don't know.
He's like me, but to the umpteenth power.
Yeah,
he's gay, but he's conservative, he's liberal, but he's like...
But some of the things he's saying, it doesn't even fall into the category of even being conservative or being liberal. Yeah, it's just kind of like he's saying it for shock value. And that's one thing I will say. It's not just take Donald Trump, for example. Mm-hmm. Our society is so full, it's loaded with people now who just want to gain notoriety and be known for saying crazy stuff, whether they believe it or not.
Right.
And it's about being famous.
Well, I would say this: Milo went too far this time because he made some remarks about supporting pedophilia.
Yes. Well, that was like the first step. He was banned from Twitter for I don't remember the exact but something very problematic and what?
And he's a Trump supporter, right?
And he's been a Trump supporter, loud and proud Trump supporter. He calls Trump daddy.
Milo, girl, if you ever watch this video,
here it comes.
I have to tell you, I think you are the perfect example of the type of individuals who give our community a bad name. Mm-hmm. Us, we don't think anything like you. The majority of our community does not think like you. You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment, and yes, you are entitled to have your freedom of speech, but if you're just going to preach a rhetoric that makes absolutely no sense and it's just fueled with hate towards people in your community, like, come on, girl. Yeah. Have several seats.
He has a history of contradicting himself.
Just come out and say, I'm thirsty for fame.
Right.
I'm thirsty for fame. I'm doing it for the shock value, because that's all you're really doing.
And you have bad highlights and your hair is dry.
Somebody told us she looks like Bruno.
Yeah, what was he? He was on Bill Maher recently. And he told me he looked like Bruno.
Yeah, he does.
All those pearls and crosses and girl.
Now he can't afford all those pearls and crosses because he lost his book deal.
He does
not have a job. He resigned from Breitbart.
Yes, he's been losing all of his stuff because he's gone too far.
He went too far. You can't talk about the children, man.
He's like the Lucian Piani of politics, isn't he?
Well, do you know that he said that rant that he went on a few months ago was all because he smoked some bad marijuana?
Well, you never know.
No, marijuana doesn't make you crazy.
Girl, I'm sorry. I smoke marijuana all the time. Proudly, I have my medical rec, and I live in the state of California where it is legal.
For now.
Well, for now. That's another interesting law that passed.
But come on, let's be real, you guys.
I don't know.
Trump administration is now saying they're going to crack down on marijuana usage. And at first they were saying it was going to be they were going to let the state issues handle it. Now they're saying they're going to make federal use out of it because, it's a gateway drug and all of this.
Oh, God.
I think it's going to go...
There's a bigger epidemic of, like, more severe drugs that are taking people's life, and you want to go on marijuana.
But it's right back to that, right back to the keep the black man down, and, maybe not directly, but it goes back to the 90s.
It's more systematic. It's more like, it's shielded. You can't really see it there.
There are people that are serving life sentences in prison for selling a little bit of marijuana, where it's legal in how many states now? 5 or 6 states. You know what I mean? Just cross a border, you can go to prison your whole life for doing something that that's ridiculous. It's just...
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, I don't know, man.
We have a
lot going on, and this has only been a month. It's only been a month
of this presidency, and it's just It's a lot going on.
And I'll tell you right now, it is very challenging to try and deliver all of this stuff.
I know. I'm exhausted.
Crazy. It's exhausting
every day. You wake up, read the next headline. Is this real life? It really is a draining thing. We need some Drag Race in our lives. We need.
I know. That's why. I don't know when Drag Race is going to start.
I know.
I need to bring it because
we need a little something
from the politics and then watches. I need my drag queens, please.
Definitely. We're going to keep reporting on it. We're going to keep on talking politics, especially as it pertains to our community.
Right. Until they shut us down.
Yeah.
Until they shut us down.
They're not going to shut us down. Hey, they shut down CNN, the BBC.
I would not be surprised they knock down that door right now.
It's only a matter of time before they start trying to find people that are talking crap about you.
They'll be teaming up with YouTube to close down accounts. Oh no,
they'll be trying.
Anyways, here we go. We got a long fight ahead of us, but we're telling you guys we are here to stay.
Take a long nap,
right? I just want to sleep for 4 years.
Yeah, I want to sleep for 4 years. I'm gonna be put in a cryogenic chamber and to sit there.
Right.
First of all, my skin would look amazing. All that outstage.
Yes.
Anyway. All right.
Well, thank you so much for watching today. Thanks for listening to our little political roundup. Let us know what you think of the current state of our country, all the things that are going on. What do you think about Mr. Milo representing our community?
How do you feel about the media blackout?
The media blackout. To me, that's the scariest thing.
Media blackout.
Yeah. Let us know what you think while you still can.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.